I've also got our high performance certificate. It's a 4-week course. Week 1 will be around career planning. Week 2, how to develop a professional network. Week 3, how to maximize the application process and really stand out. Obviously, strength and conditioning is highly competitive. So there's some tips and tricks around how to maximize your cover letter and your application process to ensure you have your best chance to make the interview stage. And then ultimately, week 4, to wrap it up, there'll be 10 coaches that I'll be mentoring on this course. And all 10 of them will have a crack at interviewing, sort of a scenario based. And it's a great opportunity to practice in front of some like-minded coaches and get some feedback. But ultimately, if you haven't presented to an interview panel before, it can be quite daunting. So by practicing on all of us and getting some feedback, you'll be able to no doubt learn from the other coaches and see how they present. Hit me up and I will send you more details, or you can just book a free discovery call in our link, which you can find on our website, preparedlikapro.com. So do you have a strength and conditioning hobby, or do you have a strength and conditioning career? There's now lots of private sector high performance gyms, and anyone from a fitness trainer to a personal trainer to a degree qualified strength and conditioning coach will title themselves a strength and conditioning coach. So ultimately, number one, whether it's a hobby or a coach, are you qualified? Are you degree qualified? Do you understand strength and conditioning principles and how to apply those methods with different types of athletes in different contexts as well, whether it be the different sports, from field sports to track and field to a injured population in a rehab reconditioning situation compared to managing a large group. So that's critical. Are you qualified? Have you got your bachelor's? Have you worked through, for those in Australia, the Strength and Conditioning Association levels and criterias to ultimately identify as a true strength and conditioning coach, in my opinion. Number 2, are you invested in your own development? So are you participating in courses? Are you attending workshops? Are you learning from other peers that have been in the position that you want to be in the future, or currently perhaps they've experienced your role for a number of years and you want to learn off them? And of course, early days while you're doing your degree, are you exposing yourself to the environment? So through placements and even in the off season, are you maximizing your time by hopefully shadowing into some programs to be able to see how they go about their work? And ultimately that can be some of the best development, is speaking to other practitioners and learning about how they go about their craft and how some of those takeaways can apply to your role. There's some of the ways that you can invest. Yes, that's going to cost money, but ultimately, like any craft or any skill set, if you're truly invested, you're going to need to have to spend money to realize your potential. Do you have the support networks? This more leans in towards mentors, colleagues. So what's your environment like? I was a personal trainer for sort of my first 7-8 years, and then decided that I wanted to work with pro athletes. So I started my sports science degree when I was 26 or 25. And then I started working at a semi-pro football club, Box Hill Hawks. There was other strength and conditioning coaches. Sean Murphy, who was full-time at the time running the program. He was full-time at Hawthorn while managing the VFL program. So a really experienced coach. So I was learning off him. We had Chris Ross, who was the 2IC strength and power coach. He was part-time interning at the Hawthorn Football Club while leading the strength program. So there was other coaches, and of course, James Russell, who was looking after the rehab as well as the long-term athlete development program. So there's other coaches that I could learn off, see how they went about their work and ask lots of questions. And that's a great position to be in. But at the start, if I didn't have that opportunity, then I would invest in a mentor and seek someone externally and pay them largely probably for one-on-one time for some guidance. And then number 4, do you have a plan? So I think a big difference between a personal trainer, fitness trainer, and a strength and conditioning coach is ultimately, as a strength and conditioning coach, largely due to the education platform of sports science, there's a deeper understanding of physiology, biomechanics, and ultimately we're striving towards adaptation and moving the needle of an athlete's performance. And at times that's going to be focusing on maintaining their strength and enhancing their energy system development. So whereas as a personal trainer, I know from experience, you're typically thinking of designing workouts. So It's more of a understanding of designing a workout that's going to flow in your environment, that it's going to challenge the client, but also it's something that they're going to be engaged in. You're ultimately just working off feedback from the client, and are they happy with you as their personal trainer largely. If strength and conditioning is a hobby for you, you're going to largely probably have a plan and wing your workouts. Whereas if your strength and conditioning is a career for you, you're going to be really objective and clear and have clarity around what's the big picture and what's ultimately the best plan for that person that's in front of you.